making commitments and resolutions that you don't follow is much more detrimental than just not benefiting from whatever you said you were going to do. It actually sets you up for a whole life of not doing what you say you're going to do. Every day that you don't do it, give yourself a punishment. No breakfast, no coffee if I don't meditate. No Instagram till I meditate. The purpose of our spiritual life is not a contract basis situation with God. The world of Maya, of illusion, of distraction, is very alluring. There's a reason that Maya is described as this sort of veil that sweeps us up all into it. It's very easy to get distracted from your path. It's very easy to have one day, then another day, then another day, and they just start flowing from what was supposed to be just one day into now you can't remember how many weeks it's been since you actually got up to meditate. The dilemma with that, and this is why discipline is so important, is our entire self-identity gets formed by what we do. So if I get up every day and meditate, I am a meditator. And because I am a meditator, I'm going to set that alarm and get up and meditate tomorrow because I am a meditator. And if I do what I commit to doing, then I know I am someone who follows the resolutions that I make. And so I continue to follow the resolutions I make because, hey, I'm someone who follows them. The dilemma arises when I stop following the rules that I've set, not just because I miss out on the meditation, but because my entire self-identity starts to shift. I'm really kind of lazy. I don't really do what I say I'm going to do. And then when I say I'm going to meditate tomorrow morning, I've got this self-identity that is in opposition to it that's like, yeah, you say that, but you're not going to. And it just sets me up to not do it the next day. And that's why I always encourage people, if you are used to sleeping till 9 in the morning, don't commit that from tomorrow you're going to get up at 4. You might do it for a couple days in a row. You're not going to keep it going unless you move to a place where you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. But if left to your own devices, it's very unlikely you're going to go from 9 to 4. And all that's going to happen is the brain is going to identify as someone who doesn't do what you commit to doing. Instead, commit to getting up at 7, 7:30. Do that for a month. Then commit to getting up at 6:30 for a month. Take it in pieces that are actually doable by you, so that the mind and the identification start saying, yeah, hey, I'm somebody who does what I say I'm going to do. Commit only to things that you really are going to follow through with. Because making commitments and resolutions that you don't follow is much more detrimental than just not benefiting from whatever you said you were going to do. It actually sets you up for a whole life of not doing what you say you're going to do. So if you've got a spiritual path and you feel like you veered away, commit one aspect of that to bring back from tomorrow. Whether it's your meditation, whether it's your japa, bring it back one thing at a time. Don't commit you're going to get up tomorrow morning and meditate 2 hours. You're going to get up and meditate 15 minutes tomorrow. For a week, 15 minutes, then half an hour. Then you add in something else. But do what you commit to doing. And for a while, I'm a big believer in ways of training the brain. I'm a psychology student, and what we learn is there's actually ways to inculcate good habits. Every day that you don't do it, give yourself a punishment. No breakfast, no coffee if I don't meditate. Right? There's plenty of people in the world for whom that would be enough incentive to meditate in the morning. No breakfast if I don't meditate. But if you're someone who doesn't eat till noon, that's not going to work so well. Choose something that's going to work. No Instagram till I meditate. Right? Whatever it is, choose something that stings if you can't do it. Set it up and then stick to it. And then add to it next week. The other last piece, though, that's important is sometimes we fall off our spiritual path because we wanted something from God and we didn't get it. And that happens sometimes. We get kind of disheartened, like, hey, I was doing all this prayer, all this meditation, all this japa, all this puja, and, still my kid didn't get into the university they applied to, or I still got fired from my job, or my wife or my husband still left me, or still, whatever it may be. And we get discouraged as though somehow God were a vending machine. And we were putting in, our money via our prayers or our puja or our chanting or our meditation. And now God owed us. And when we didn't get what we were owed, on some level, conscious or subconscious, we decide, the machine's broken. Why bother? It doesn't work anyway. And it's really important to realize that the purpose of our spiritual life is not a contract basis situation with God. It's not, give and take, I'll do this, then you do that. And if you don't, then I won't. But that our spiritual practice in and of itself is the reward. That there's nowhere that God says, pray to me, love me, worship me, and I promise your house will never burn down. I promise your girlfriend will never break up with you. I promise that nobody you love will ever get sick and die. But what it says is, come to me, pray to me, worship me. And even though life is going to happen the way life happens, you will stay grounded and anchored. You will stay connected. You won't metaphorically go up and down. That's the promise. So check in and just look in and see, was there something that I wanted from God that I didn't get, due to which I kind of let go of the practice with this machine must be broken anyway situation? And if so, reevaluate. Universe isn't a vending machine. God's not a vending machine. Our gurus aren't vending machines. We don't do things based on what we're going to get. We do them because through doing them, we get the highest thing that we need, which is truth, awareness, expansion, connection.